I recorded 31 of Dana's therapy sessions on my phone through the wall, and then I used what I heard to keep her from taking the apartment we both wanted, the one she'd already picked out furniture for.
31, she counted. Go ahead, tell them how that even started. Tell them the part you always skip.
It started because I couldn't sleep. Dana did her sessions from her bedroom at like 9 at night, and the walls in that place were paper. I wasn't trying to listen. I heard things. And then one night I heard my name.
You heard your name once and decided to set up a recording situation. Those are two very different things, Priya.
Okay, yeah, I set up a recording situation. I put my phone on the shared wall and pressed record before her sessions. I know how that sounds, I know. But you want to know what I heard that first time? She told her therapist I was unstable, that she was scared to bring it up with me directly, that she was documenting incidents.
I was documenting incidents because you went through my mail, Priya, twice, and you gaslit me about it both times. But sure, I'm the villain in your little recording studio.
The mail thing was one time and it was an accident, and you know that. But fine, fine. Let's stay on the actual story because yes, I kept recording every Tuesday and Thursday at 9. I told myself it was self-protection, that if she was building a case against me, I needed to know what was in it.
Self-protection, she's calling it self-protection. You want to tell them what you actually learned, what you actually did with it.
In February, we both applied for the same apartment. 2-bedroom in the same building, much nicer, cheaper per person if you split it, but only one of us could take the lead tenant spot because of the credit requirement. Dana applied first. She had already toured it twice. She sent me a photo of the kitchen and said, "This is the one." And I knew she was going to get it.
I had already measured the windows for curtains. I sent you the photo as a friend. I thought we were still friends.
And in the recordings, I had heard Dana tell her therapist that she was planning to ask me to be her roommate again, that she wanted to offer first before looking elsewhere. She said she thought we could reset. That's what I was sitting on. She was going to invite me, and I went around her.
She emailed the landlord and told him I had a history of noise complaints and late rent. She had my therapy sessions on her phone, and she used the parts where I talked about my anxiety around confrontation to predict that I wouldn't fight back. She actually said that to me later. I figured you wouldn't make a scene.
I did say that. I'm not going to pretend I didn't. And yes, the noise complaint thing wasn't totally accurate. There had been one, and it wasn't even hers, it was her ex's, but it was on the building record, and I mentioned it. I got the apartment, she lost it. And then she found out somehow, don't ask me how, she found out what I'd done.
I found out because you left the recordings on your shared Google Drive, the one we made for apartment stuff. The files were named by date, Tuesday, Thursday, Thursday for 4 months. I sat on my bathroom floor and listened to my own voice talking to my therapist about my mom, about my medication, about things I have never told anyone. And you used it. You used it like a cheat code.
I know I did. And when she confronted me, I didn't even deny it. I couldn't. She had the file names, the timestamps, she played one of them back to me on speaker, and I just sat there. I didn't say anything for like 2 full minutes. I think that was the worst part for her, that I didn't even try to explain.
The worst part wasn't the silence, Priya. The worst part was that in session 31, the last one, I had talked about feeling safe again, that things were getting better, that I felt like I was finally building a real home, and you recorded that, and then you took the home.
She's right about that one, and I don't have a version where she's wrong. What I can tell you, and I'm not saying this to justify anything, is that I genuinely believed she was trying to push me out. I had built a whole story in my head about what she was doing. And some of it was real, she did say those things about me, but I turned it into something it wasn't. And then I did something with the recordings that can't be taken back. I deleted them after she found them. Like that did anything.
She texted me 2 weeks later, one message. It said, I think I broke something I didn't know was real. I read it 17 times. I didn't respond. I still haven't.
I live in that apartment now, the one with the good kitchen. The curtains she measured the windows for are still just bare windows. I haven't bought curtains. I don't know if that's guilt or if I'm just waiting for something I have no right to be waiting for. Maybe both, probably both. So that's what I did, that's all of it. What would you have done with the recordings, with the apartment, with that text? Tell me in the comments. And if you know someone sitting on a secret this heavy, send this to them. New confession dropping soon, don't miss it.